So the question remain. Hello? Hello? Yeah, my friend, you are live on here. You are welcome. What do you want to say to us?
يا الحبيب شلونك؟
Hala.
هلا. So you guys are talking about Abraham, but I'm not gonna interfere with that. I'm a confused Muslim, like they say.
Why you are confused?
Well, it's how my life started. You know, I mean, I was raised in Bahrain, studied abroad, went to churches as a visit.
Okay.
I was still a Muslim. Your videos, so many other videos, so many lies, you know. So
what do you mean?
there's
Like
too
my
many confusions happening.
You are saying my videos have lies, or what do you mean? I don't know.
No. Your videos do not have lies.
Okay.
Yeah. You proved all the lies.
Yeah. What do you think about what we just said now? I mean, with this guy, he is saying you can recite the Quran in 40 days, and then he can recite it. He changed his mind. He make it 1 month, and then he changed it. He make it 20 days, and then he changed
Too
it to
much
15.
hashish.
Too much hashish, exactly. You know, this is a statement. It's cannot be from God. And the only explanation for this to be true, that the Quran is shrinking, somebody deleting pages from it, right?
For sure.
Yeah. So, my friend, how I can
100%.
help you today? Like you are confused about Islam, but you did not leave Islam yet, right? You are from Bahrain, but you did not decide to leave Islam yet. What is holding you
I'm
from
on
leaving?
the edge.
Why?
I need the strike. عطني السترايك اللي عندك.
Yeah, okay, but tell me what is holding you so I can strike what is holding you.
Basically, there are so many things. It's not about family. It's not about friends. It's not about that. It's, you know, most of the callers that call you, you know, some of them that are on the edge, they speak about, you know, their soul, if you know what I mean.
All right.
Fear of the soul, or like fear of...
Let us talk about this. I don't know what to call you. I don't know what to call. What's your name? You want to like to give me? Farouk. So Farouk, you know, how come I don't fear Allah? A question. Just think about it. Why
you
I
were
don't
not
fear?
born with the fear? You know, I mean, we went to school and they indoctrinated us.
But I am like you. I'm born in the Middle East. All our culture is not about really believing in God as much as to fear God.
Exactly.
You know, we have the same, even about government. We don't respect government. We fear government, right? We don't respect the law, but we fear the law.
Yeah.
You know, so it's a culture of fear, and you know, like it's a culture like you have to stake in you have a stake in your hand because everybody is a donkey.
You have to have second thoughts all the time.
Yeah, and you know you have to say something and you believe in something.
Exactly like what you said. I mean, he recites it for 40 days and changes his mind in 20 days.
So fear should not be a problem. Because I can see now, actually, I mean, you killed your fear. Here we go. You are talking to me using your voice.
I'll tell you exactly what killed my fear. Yeah.
All right.
Around, let's say 12 years ago, I had a dream.
Okay.
At the end of the dream, I believe that I saw Jesus. I'm not sure if not, but I believe so. Okay. The dream was full of spiders and snakes and, you know, things that are not nice to see. There are so many mountains and shadows and dogs. And there was a white dog at the end that guided me to a door. That door had a stair. I tried to pass the stair halfway through, and I see a being, but without feet. كان لابس ثوب. It's like a thobe, you know? And was holding a book. The book was not halfway open, but, you know, quarterly open. And there was so much light behind him. I was trying to climb the, you know, just taking more steps, but he was like, you know, كان يمد الكتاب. كان يعني, yeah. He was like bringing the book forward to me, but I was trying to reach, but there was something pulling me back. Okay. Like a force. Yeah, not something physically pulling me, like a force. It woke me up from this dream. Yeah. And a year before today, yeah, I was sentenced to 12 months to jail. Okay. But but I got out innocent after a month.
Good for you.
And the people inside, thank you. The people inside, they were praying, and people that were atheists became Muslim, like you see in the movies.
Mm-hmm.
So in the cell, they used to tell me, "What about you come and pray with us?" And I was like, I'm not that religious. And they tried and tried, so I pretended. Yeah.
Okay.
So I pretended to pray, but my prayers were all to Jesus. Okay, so I was doing the Islamic movements, but I was mumbling whatever it is to Jesus. A week later كان عندي استئناف.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I don't know what they call this in English.
Appealing.
Yeah, and I was innocent.
All right.
And I believe for some reason there's a connection into the prayer and Jesus and the signs that I saw in the dream 12 years ago. And the only time I used Jesus was in jail. And a week later I was out.
Wonderful.
And
but what made you, like, when you start praying with them, pretending to be praying like a Muslim, but what made you like start praying to Jesus? I mean, did you ask yourself why I'm doing that?
No, because I'll tell you why. Because like I said in the beginning, my father, I had problems in school in Bahrain. So my father kicked me out and he sent me to a boarding school in England. It was like a half military, half school.
Okay.
And every Sunday we used to go to the church.
Mm-hmm.
And the first time I went into a church, it felt beautiful. It felt clean. There are no slippers outside.
There's no slippers and there's no smell of socks.
وما في حرامية صح.
You can leave. Nobody will steal your shoes.
Exactly.
I'm gonna tell you, Farouk, just I will give you a break from this. Once we were in a teenage, in school, and we have a bunch of teachers. They are all of them are idiot. So they went to the mosque, and we know which mosque they go to. So what we did, and I was with them actually, and the rest are Muslims. So one of the Muslims, he come with the idea to take the shoes and dump them in the dumpster. So everybody in the mosque came out from the mosque looking for his shoes,
I'm sure.
including our teachers. Anyway, continue, my friend. I'm listening.
So it was beautiful, and it always felt like home, when I went into a church. And then when I left England, I came back to the Middle East, and when I went into a mosque, it just felt different. It just felt not my place. It felt weird, and seeing how people are, in Ramadan, for example, is what I call when the devil comes and sits in the Middle East. This is when the devil makes his work. All the parties are in Ramadan. All the prostitution begins in Ramadan.
Fighting,
all the
violence, lying.
Everything.
And we eat more.
Exactly. And we eat more, And drinking, as in the picture, there are no drinks anymore, only that month. And, Bahrain is open when it comes to these things. And
even in Saudi Arabia, you can get a drink, alcohol so easy.
Of course you can. Hey, سوق سودا في كل مكان. Yeah. Black market is everywhere. Saudi Arabia, I mean, it's all underground, but still, here they do it in the open. Girls are not the same, they're not covered and all of that. So it's more open, it's more multicultural in Bahrain. So I was planning to visit the new church they built in Bahrain, if you heard about it.
Okay. This is the one just last week the Pope he visited?
Yes, okay. Our Lady of Arabia.
All right.
It's a beautiful church. I don't know if you checked it out or not.
Yeah, I saw it.
It's really nice.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really nice, and it's welcoming. So my question to you, regarding marriage in Islam and Sharia, and because I'm married and I have problems with the wife, so I'm thinking of converting to Christianity. Okay. So what happens to the marriage by default if me, the Muslim, becomes Christian and the wife stays Muslim? Does that cut off the marriage, or the marriage stays as it is?
No. See, Christianity does not encourage divorce, even if your wife, she was not a believer, especially if the
Yeah, but
wife, it's a woman, you married her before you became a Christian. So you can keep your marriage, but you don't have to, but you can keep your marriage. But the Bible, in the same time, don't encourage. There is no partnership between people who they are living in darkness and and those who are living in light. So a Christian person cannot marry non-Christian, but this is a Christian person. You are not. When you married this lady, she was
no,
not.
she's Muslim.
She's a Muslim, and you were a Muslim when you married her, right?
Yeah, I was a
Yeah,
Muslim.
yeah,
عقد نكاح.
yeah. Okay, nikah. Look how ugly the word, man.
اي والله يا اخي. It is. It is.
And
You know, the first time
you know,
I heard you saying that, I was like, what? Let me check my contract. I was like, what?
yeah,
عقد نكاح.
yeah.
I was like,
You know, if you
shit.
open the dictionary, you see the Muslim, they say Christian prince is lying. Nikah does not mean the F word. If you open,
Nikah is the F
if you
word,
open the
man. Nikah.
dictionary, it says تناكحت الأشجار.
Exactly. I mean,
What it means? The branches go through each other.
the branches, yeah, are effing each other.
And there is in the book of Al-Qurtubi, it says how Shaitan, he have children, because the Quran said, and ذريته,
He rocks his legs, yeah.
yeah, so he have a penis in the right leg, thigh, and he have a vagina in the left leg, and then he do nikah. So how the Muslim, they
This is
say
not
that the word
hashish,
nikah,
Christian
marriage,
Prince. This is not hashish, man.
this is not
mushrooms.
hashish, absolutely. This and the flying carpet, and you are fun, Farouk. You know, I wish you are here. We can
Oh,
have coffee
man.
together.
Oh yeah, I wish, man. I wish.
Yeah.
I pass to the States every year, by the way.
All right, no problem. So,
Yeah.
Anyway, like, you know, so you today you are laughing at Islam. So I cannot say that you are still a Muslim.
Every
You are
day.
saying to me now you are
Every
still
day,
holding
man. But
yourself
the
as a
thing is, I
Muslim.
want to get it out of my system in a way that it's deleted. It's enough. I mean, I'm getting tired of making fun
Okay,
of it.
I have a recipe for us, for you. It work with every Muslim. Drink camel urine.
That will never happen.
You will get it out of your system totally. You know.
I'd rather smoke, man, than doing that.
No, to get anything like bad in our life, you know, all of us, Farouk, we have bad things in our life. You know, me myself, when I was a kid, I used to fight for any reason. I just look for a reason to fight. You know.
You're an Arab, man. You have temper problems.
Yeah.
It's okay.
So no, we look for it. Like I look for it. Like it's like to prove yourself. You know, it's like a way to prove
Exactly. It's
that
our ego.
you are the man. You know, and you wanna like, yeah, I'm the man. You know. So. And I change a lot. Like now, if I see, even if somebody insult me, most likely I will try to ignore it as much as I can. You know. So you know, in Christianity, God, He changed you. He changed you a lot. So if you want to get rid of Islam from your system, as you are asking for, I think the only one who can help you best is to read the Bible and try to be the same person as Jesus he was. How loving He is, how forgiving He is, how wise He is, because all of this is coming from wisdom. You know, when we are a fool, we fight for no reason. I go in the street,
Exactly.
somebody look at me, why you are looking at me? What the heck? Let him look, so what? What happened? You know, but you are looking for a fight because this is a foolish behavior. So when a human being, he uses his wisdom, look like you have a bad internet. You hear me now?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, because your voice cut for a second. So
maybe it's the neighbor's connection.
You're using a neighbor. You're using neighbor internet. You know, there's I don't know if you saw that website. There's a Muslim, he was asking, is it halal to steal electricity so I can do a pollution? The sheikh, he said, sure. Because the purpose, brother, the purpose is a good purpose.
Exactly, brother. You know, I've been hearing you for like 6 years now.
Really?
Yeah, man, 6 years.
And until now, you did not.
My mother hear you, my father, everyone.
Okay, tell me about your mother and your father. What, they decide to leave Islam?
My mother is Shia and my father is Sunnah.
Oh, okay. Which one of them?
It's a mix.
Which one of them he love about what they hear more? Your mom.
So what do you think? They called me Farouk. Why?
I don't know why.
You know exactly why.
They did not call you Farouk after you after they heard me, they called you a long time ago, Farouk.
My mom was like, I'm glad they didn't call you Umar. So yeah, I mean, there are, inside jokes that we do in the house, and that's fine. We have our inside jokes. We joke around the 12ers that from my mom's side, and I joke around regarding Muhammad and his Sahaba with my father's side. So there is the ins and outs of jokes. We joke around about it, but they go back in their box. I stay out of the box. That is the problem with them. They need more of you, and that's going to come.
Well, I will
Shway.
be happy if they have any question. If they are around you, I will be happy to speak to them, or you can ask through you, and I will be happy to answer if they have any questions. Yeah, but
Yeah, for sure.
in order to get rid of Islam from your system, I believe the best way is, faith. Faith change the nature.
I have the faith, man, towards Jesus. I have the faith towards, all of that, the love, the energy, and, the positiveness and all of that. And the educational, side of it. But I don't know. I don't know what it is, man.
So
I really don't
until
know.
now, you did not consider yourself, you denied Muhammad to be a prophet, or you?
Denied long time ago.
Okay, so you are out of Islam already, we can say now.
You can say so, but how about the feeling inside? My brain is saying something.
What do you feel? What do you feel?
My brain is saying something, and my heart is saying something else.
So what your brain saying? What your heart is saying?
My brain is saying everything is BS.
Okay.
My heart is saying, it's doctrinated, CP. It's since we were kids.
Yeah.
And you know how it is, like it's like North Korea.
Yeah.
In a way.
Yeah.
Okay. So how they doctrinated us, how they,
I will tell you my experience. When you live in the Middle East, what they teach you about the Jews? They are evil. They are bad.
Yeah, they start with you can't eat with them, and they're not that good.
No, actually,
they start
first
slowly.
time I saw a Jew, I was trying to find if he have a tail. Because all what they teach us that they are monkeys, they are pigs, they are
should
monkeys.
have checked branches, man. That's
Yeah. So I mean, this is how much they brainwash you when you are
in Bahrain they didn't went into the extent of the monkeys and all of that.
Yeah.
But they were politically correcting in a way.
But what I'm saying,
slowly. Yeah.
Still, I mean, we have the same garbage, where we coming from,
Yes.
me and you. We speak the same language, and the culture is not about thinking and believe,
Yeah,
So-
exactly. I mean, I sit with my friends and we have debates. Yeah. And we go through these things, and they agree until they go back to their box and say, no, it's not real. No, you're making this shit up. And you show them the hadith, you show them that the Quran, you show them everything. It's still, they don't get convinced.
Yeah, they go
It's
in
very hard
denial. No, this is not. It's not about they not convinced.
Yeah, they go
in
into
fact, they
denial. True.
are. In fact, they are, because they have eyes and they can see, as you said. But it's embarrassment. So what we do?
It's embarrassment, and how big the kufr word is to them.
Yeah. So what we do? We deny it. This is the easiest way.
Exactly what
But doesn't mean if they deny it, it's not there. Always the Muslims and Arab in general